I don't know if you've experienced depression, but I can speak from experience that when you're depressed, it just feels like it follows you around everywhere. And even as I began to heal, I could still sense it lurking. I could experience incredible highs, joy, and celebration, and then a moment later, depression would shrill through my body like a cold chill. It was almost like a reminder of what I'd been through, like a crook in my neck that I'd only feel when I turned my head slightly this way. Sometimes it was big, but as time went by, it was small, yet still present. The Apostle Paul talks about this in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 7 through 9. He talks about it like a thorn. And as he's teaching the church in a place called Corinth about Christ's power and our imperfections, he writes this: I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. And gosh, that sounds unfair and harsh, doesn't it? But he keeps writing to make his point about thorns in verses 8 and 9. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord, he says, to take it away from me. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. How many times did I plead with God to take my depression away? I've got too many moments to count. And how defeating is it when those feelings of a looming dark cloud still come over you? But Paul teaches us something that I have taken with me forever. He teaches us that despite the thorns that we have in our lives, God has a grace that is sufficient for us. And he's got a power that can give us rest and peace. God doesn't want us to feel this way. Since the beginning of time, God wanted us to be in perfect harmony with him, living in perfect union and joy with him as Adam and Eve did in the garden. Sin robbed that harmony from us, but not for long. Jesus came not to erase the sting of sin and pain in the world, but to offer refuge and access to power through him. So in the moments when the sting of depression and anxiety and fear and hopelessness comes over me, I take a deep breath and remind myself that I have a Savior who is with me in the sadness and who wants to give me the power to make it through. And I lean more deeply into him. The truth is, that power is available to you too. Lean into him today.